day for Lexi's channel. For this week we are going to learn how to make this little star stitch. It looks just like that. What you need is a 6mm hook, some scrap yarn, and some scissors. Once you have all of these materials, let's head over to the table and get started. See you soon! To get started with our star stitch, we are just going to grab our yarn, create a slip knot, and start chaining a multiple of 2. And for this little sample, I will be doing a chain of 20. So go ahead and start chaining. Now meet you back, and we can start row 1. And just make sure that it is an even multiple of 2. To start our first star, we are going to skip this chain and go into the second chain and draw up a loop. We are then going to go into the next chain right here and draw up another loop. Into the fourth chain, we are going to do the same thing. Go in and draw up a loop. We are going to go in one more time, which is this fifth chain right here, and draw up a loop. So now you should have a total of 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, and you want to be careful when you do this. Turn your hook down like that and pull through all 5 loops. And you don't want to cinch your loop on your hook too tightly, because then that will distort your little loops that you've drawn through. You want to yarn over and chain 1, and that creates the center of the star. And there's the beginning of your first star. To start the second star, you want to take our hook, go right into that center, and pull up a loop. Now with this stitch that you see right here, where the last loop is coming out of, you want to take your hook and insert it right into that chain again and pull up another loop. You should now have 3 loops on your hook. Go into that next chain and pull up a loop. There's your 4th loop on your hook. Go into that 5th and pull up a loop. You should have a total of 5 loops on your hook again. Yarn over and go through all 5 of your loops. You want to finish that one off by chaining 1. And you will do this all the way down until you have 1 chain left. Go through that center eye again and pull up a loop. Go into that next stitch, pull up a loop. Go into that next chain, pull up a loop. Go into that next chain and pull up a loop. And just remember, you should have a total of 5 loops on your hook every single time before you yarn over and go through all 5 loops. Now see you back at the end of row 1, and you should have 1 chain left. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I should have 1 last chain for row 1. And if you have ended up with 1 last chain too, then no worry, you should be ending up with 1 more chain. So to finish this row, we want to yarn over, go into that last chain, and finish row 1 with a half double crochet. And that just makes it nice and even at the beginning and the end. So go ahead and chain 2, and we will flip our work. Row 2 is just going to be working a half double crochet 2 times into this center that you see right here. So go ahead and yarn over and do 2 half double crochets right into that center eye. And you would do this all the way down with each center eye that you created from the previous row. So there's 2. We're going to skip this space right here and go into this eye. We're going to yarn over and do 2 more half double crochets into that center eye. And what that does is that it completes our star stitch. So it comes around full circle. So skip this space again, go into the second part, go into that center eye, and do 2 half double crochets. And you repeat this all the way down for row 2. Now we'll meet you back and show you how to finish off row 2. So at the end of round 2, you should have 1 more chain left, and that is the turning chain from row 1. And what you want to do to finish off row 2 is yarn over and go into that turning chain and finish it off with a half double crochet. We are now going to chain 3 and repeat row 1 for row 3. Go ahead and flip your work, and I will see you for row 3. Row 3 starts off with a chain of 3, and what we want to do to start this row, it's a little unique because we are going to be working into these 2 chains right here. So go ahead and flip your work. When you want to take our hook, go into that second chain, and it might be a little fiddly because you flipped it around and draw up a loop. And you should have 2 loops on your hook. Go into that third chain right there, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Go into that very next stitch, pull up a loop. You should have a total of 4 loops on your hook right now. Go into that next stitch and pull up a loop. You should now have a total of 5 loops on your hook. Go ahead and yarn over, turn your hook like that, and go through all 5 loops. And just be careful not to cinch it too tightly, or else it will squish the little star. And just like we did for row 1, we are just going to chain 1 and start our second star by going into that center eye again and pulling up a loop. Go into this chain that you came out of, or rather the stitch that you came out of, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Go into that next stitch. You should now have 4 loops on your hook. Go into that next stitch, and you should now have a total of 5 loops on your hook. Finish it off by yarning over, turning your hook down, and pull through all 5 loops. And we are just going to continue the same thing that we did for row 1 all the way down. And when we reach the end, we want to end that row with a half double crochet right into that last stitch. Now we'll meet you back and we can begin again. Just remember that at the end of your row you should have one full stitch left. Go ahead and yarn over, finish that eye, and complete that row with a half double crochet, and you want to go through both of those loops. And there we go. So just repeat rows 1, 2, and 3 until you've got a little swatch or you've got the pocket that you're making. When you are finished with your swatch or with your little pocket, you want to make sure that you end your project on row 2, and that will complete your star, because if you do it on an odd row, then you would have a half a star as you are putting your blanket or your towel, and that might look a little off. And this is what the star looks like at a closer look. And as you can see, it is a cool little star. And this is great with blankets, with scarves, with towels. And I just thought this was a pretty cool stitch to do, considering it's the Christmas season. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to do the star stitch with me. And I hope to see you all next week. See you soon!